What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another match preview. We play Sheffield United at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, 7:15 kickoff Sunday evening in a game which has been dubbed as the first of 5 cup finals, according to Ryan Mason. Well, let's just hope it's an Audi Cup final and not a Carabao or a Champions League final, seeing as we haven't scored in our last 4 proper cup finals.
If we lose this cup final, do we make it to the next cup final?
I don't think so, to be honest.
We're knocked out the cup, I think, aren't we, if we lose this one?
So it's probably more like a third round of a League Cup than
than
a cup final.
Second round, I'd say, yeah.
But look, it is a big game in terms of what we can achieve this season, because it's like kind of, if we don't get all 3 points this season, that's completely done and dusted, probably. Like we've said many a time this season. Like
we're just lucky that certainly other teams are more as inconsistent, if not more, than we are. So at the moment, everyone else is keeping us in the race. We're not keeping ourselves in the race.
And with Chelsea, with West Ham stumbling, Liverpool not on the greatest form, Everton as well can't seem to buy a win at home. You've got Chelsea as well, who've been dropping points recently. So it's all there. It's all there for everyone to play for.
Yeah. If we do win, if we do get maximum points from now to the end of the season, I think we will be in the top 4. But obviously, it's a big ask, and a big
massive
to get maximum points from now to the end of the season. But it is still possible, given our running is fairly simple compared to a lot of the other teams. But it's all we have to just concentrate on ourselves, try and have a good end to the season and see where we go. If we do somehow sneak into that top 4, then all of a sudden I think we become a bit more attractive to other prospective managers and things like that. But it's hard to get too ahead of ourselves in that regard. Yeah,
never mind getting ahead of ourselves. It's hard for me to get up for this game, seeing as the whole circus surrounding this club at the moment. I mean, it seems as though we're just rotten to the core from top to bottom. And, no manager seems like they want to come here to take on the role. Obviously, Ten Hag signed that contract today, or Ajax triggered that extension. Obviously, Nagelsmann was our first choice. He's going to Bayern Munich. I mean, it's hard to see I have no clue where this club is going and who our manager is going to be next season.
I think, that's why I think managers are probably waiting to see what happens with us from now to the end of the season. Also, they want to know answers on Kane. They want to know all these different things. And we're not going to know these answers till the end of the season. So I think that's why we're probably going to hold off on appointing a manager for now, I think. Well,
I think we're going to hold off because no one wants to join.
Yeah, also part of it as well.
But look, we've got a game to play this weekend. Sheffield United, they've finally got a win for first time in ages, wasn't it, last game? But how have you assessed their kind of their form? How have you assessed their form?
Yeah, I mean, since Wilder got sacked or left, whatever it was, they've been pretty terrible. Like they lost 5-0 to Leicester, 3-0 to Arsenal. They were pretty much all over the place, but they did seem to get their act together in the past couple of weeks, narrowly losing to Wolves in a late goal, which cost them, and then beating Brighton 1-0 in a game where Brighton really needed to get the points, and they were really up for that game, so it was an important game for them. So the fact that they beat them on that front was fairly impressive. Obviously, they're already relegated, so they don't have anything to play for apart from pride. But it's one of those teams where if you're not 100% on your game, there is a risk of getting a draw or something, because they still work very hard and they still give 100%, even though the quality isn't there. The effort is definitely there from them. So it's one of those games you just can't take lightly.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've been stung by a relegated side before when we got battered to Newcastle 5-1. So it just shows that if you go into any sort of game without the right mentality, you're going to get outdone, especially in the Premier League. And this game is no different. But I do fully expect us, even if we're not on our job, to go out and get the 3 points this weekend.
It'll be interesting to see how we line up. Do we adjust our formation like we did back in, I think, when we played in February, or January, when we played them at Bramall Lane, and we went to a 3 at the back, adjusting our formation to suit them, and it ended up working for us that day.
I don't think we will. I think that's a Jose Mourinho trait. I think Ryan Mason will kind of stick to his guns, and I think we'll stick with a 4-3-3.
Yeah, and I hope we do. Because I don't want us to adjust ourselves for Sheffield United. I think we should, even though you have to respect the opposition, you still have to play to your own strengths, and our strengths are getting as many attacking players on the pitch as possible that will fit with the right balance.
If we play anything like we did the second half against Southampton, then I've got no reason to think we won't come away with the points this game.
Yeah, but I think, I agree, and definitely we need to start off with the right tone. We need to make sure that we make sure from the first minute we are seriously on the job, trying to get those 3 points, making sure, and we need Mason to really drill it into the players. It's imperative that we can't take the Sheffield United team lightly, and definitely can't concede the first goal, in early doors, because we need to make sure we send a message that we're taking this game seriously. This is an important game for us, and we want to have a seriously good end to the season.
Is there anyone in that Sheffield United team that worries you?
There's no one who worries me. It's more of the team as a whole. Like the way they're very organised. Usually, under Wilder they're very organised. They know their set roles, and even though they're playing for pride, like it wasn't long ago they beat Man United away from home. Even though they at that point as well they were pretty much down anyway. So they're a team who knows what they're doing. They're a team who knows from their set roles how to play. From the good side to that is. We know how they're going to play, so we can plan for that. But on the flip side, they're much more tuned to the way their team is playing. Mason's only had just over a week with his team to kind of get them adjusted to his way of playing. Yeah. So they're a team who's going to know more their roles. They know their formation, how they play. So part of when it comes to players, maybe like David McGoldrick, like he's one who likes to run the channels, cause a bit of a nuisance. He's also one that. Obviously, despite not being the best striker in the Premier League by any stretch, or even one of the best, he's always one who just makes a nuisance of himself. He sometimes pops in the right place, right time. He's got a lot of pace about him.
Like he did last weekend.
Yeah, exactly. And even against the big, better teams like Chelsea, I remember, he gives them trouble occasionally. So he's one we got to watch out for. But apart from that, there's no real standout individual in their team, no.
All right, so what's the score prediction this weekend?
I said in my preview 3-0. I'm going to stick with that. I think if we go with the likes of Bale and, a lot of the attacking players, getting Dombele back in the team, and obviously you have Kane, you've got Son, we've got a lot of attacking talent. So even if we do concede one, I expect us to go on and win. I don't think we will concede. So I've gone for 3-0. And hopefully, if other teams drop points, we might have an outside shot of continuing in the top 4.
Yeah, I mean, I think we really need to start well, because 2 games under Mason now, we've had shocking first halves, both games. And we need to start hitting the ground running in games. We need to stamp our authority early. And I think that if we do get an early goal this game, I think we can go on and kind of get a convincing scoreline, 3-4-0, something like that. If it is a nervy start to the game and kind of very cagey like the Southampton and like the Man City Cup final, then I think it could be a hard task. And I still back us to go on and get the 3 points, but it could be a dodgy one going into that second half 0-0. But having said all that, I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs. I think Gareth Bale will get on the score sheet. I think Harry Kane will get on the score sheet. So I'm going 2-0. My brother's going 3-0. Let me know in the comment section below, what is your score prediction this weekend? You know where to go for the watch along. The pre-match pump up will be starting about an hour and a half before kickoff. Then the watch along will be coming your way, and then the post-match fan show, when it is your chance to have your say on the game. Predicted lineup will be with you in a few hours as well. So thank you everyone for watching today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.